Jeff Ulbrich remembers the 54-13 beatdown, and it sounds like he's ready for revenge. Hey, what's going on? Matt O'Leary back with another video, and today we'll be breaking down the New York Jets versus New England Patriots and some comments from our guy, Jeff Ulbrich, the defensive coordinator. Before we get started today, I just wanted to mention you can follow on social media at Matt O'Leary NY. And if you haven't already, please make sure to check out the Just Jets podcast. New episodes drop every single Wednesday. So this week, Jeff Ulbrich was asked if he remembered the score the last time these two teams played, and this is what he had to say.
Players don't forget scores sometimes. Coaches, like, do you remember 54-13?
I do. Yep, I do.
As a defensive coach?
Yep, I do.
What do you remember?
I remember the score. Yeah, I remember the score. I remember a lot of things, you know. I remember it being 40-plus and, you know, and shots still being taken on us, you know, and it is what it is. It's our job as a defensive coaching staff and as a defense to stop that. So at the end of the day, it comes down to what we can control, and we allowed way too much last year. And been looking forward to this one.
Sounds like he's very motivated. And Robert Saleh earlier this year said that he's keeping the receipts, and that's been a very polarizing and popular quote. And so far, they've really stuck to that. They're 5-2, and along the way, they have gotten their revenge. They finally won a game in their division against the Miami Dolphins, and they talked about Tyreek Hill's comments from this past offseason. They won on the road at Green Bay, and that was after the Green Bay Packers elected to play the New York Jets instead of taking a bye week after their London trip. So there's been a few moments this year where the Jets have had opportunities to get their revenge and have gotten it, and this is yet another opportunity. As I'm sure, one, you already know, and two, you've heard me talk about it on this channel already, but last year when these two teams met, especially the second time, because the first time was out of hand early. It was Zach's second start, his first home start, and he threw a ton of picks, and Bill Belichick was getting after him. Now, this year's team, both teams, the Patriots and the Jets, look polar opposites. The Jets are 5-2 and poised for, putting themselves in a position to make a run at a playoff spot, and the New England Patriots are sputtering at 3-4. So obviously, the first time wasn't great, but the second time in particular, the 54-13, we had a low hit on Zach Wilson that we saw, and he was out and missed time. And then we also saw them continuing to take shots down the field, which is something that Ulbrich mentions in his comment, while they were up big, which is not uncommon for Bill Belichick to do. That's his MO. That's what he wants to do. And if this Jets team and if this coaching staff has any backbone, they will give it right back to him. That's exactly what you should do, to say, we're not going to be pushed around. We are not going to bend the knee. We are not going to bow down. This is a new era, and we're trying to get back into it. And with how this Jets defense has played, I think they have a really good shot to do some damage against the New England Patriots, because Mac Jones, through his first 4 starts this year, has been a turnover machine. He has 6 interceptions. The Patriots are second in the NFL in giveaways, and the Jets are top 10. They are 8th in takeaways. So that's a perfect matchup, a perfect recipe for success for this New York Jets team. Steal extra possessions and win games because of how good your defense and special teams are. They have like the first or second special teams unit in the NFL. Their defense is a top 10 unit right now, and the offense is trailing behind. There's no denying that. And obviously Breece Hall, losing him really stinks, but with James Robinson and Michael Carter, that is a formidable 1-2 punch. But also it's time for Zach Wilson to step up. And defensively for Ulbrich's unit, I would expect them to try to get pressure on Mac Jones with their front 4, which is something the Jets have done really well since about week 3. And they're going to leave Sauce Gardner out on an island, something that the Jets really did not do last year with any of their corners, but having someone as good as Sauce Gardner allows you to do just that. I mean, look at this right here from last week. And we still saw the Denver Broncos take their shots at him, and on 4th down, it didn't really seem to make any sense. But hey, if they want to take their shots against him, so be it. So I have not been this amped up for a game in a very, very long time. I want this one badly, and I know that there's been other games in my life that I've wanted the Jets to win really bad. Whether it be, probably in most recent history, Week 17 against Buffalo, playoff games and so on and so forth. But this one would really prove a lot to see how far the culture really is trending towards changing, because, the quote unquote same old Jets get pushed around again, and then that's it. But they haven't been the same old Jets this year. The same old Jets would have got their doors blown off in Lambeau. The same old Jets would not have been able to come back against Cleveland, not been able to come back against the Steelers. They wouldn't have been able to. They wouldn't have been able to win a game like that in Denver because their quarterback would have turned the ball over. So I don't know. It feels different, and I want this one bad. Let me know in the comments down below your thoughts on, 1, this game, and 2, Jeff Ulbricht's comments. What do you think the Jets defense is going to do? Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Matt O'Leary. Subscribe, like the video, comment, share with a friend. I'll talk to you next time.